here. Let's get your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online or on TV, hop on. Join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! And it is a beautiful day. An interesting start to the week considering there were protests yesterday.
Yes.
Not as highly attended as the last one in September, but still a lot of noteworthy quotes, a lot of interesting topics brought up, and of course, it is something that won't die down as long as that flood control scandal is ongoing.
Sabi nga ni Kiko Aquino D, they were not able to reach the numbers that they were expecting, but they were able to get the vibe and the energy just the same as the one that they had during the September 21st rally.
Yes, I agree. So, I mean, there were also comments. Of course, we had that interview yesterday with Claire Castro coming on the show. So, Agenda Weekend, and an interview with our own Pinky Webb. And, of course, talking about yung the pace of the investigations. He had a chance to talk about the different aspects of what the protesters are asking for. But, you know, there are also a lot of things that were happening on the side that we are going to take a look at also. But, of course, it's going to be a jam-packed show. It's not just all about the news. We have a bit of music. We have Ila coming in. Ila or Ila. I have to double check
It's
that.
actually Ila, if I'm not mistaken. So Ila's going to be joining us. I'm interested to know more about this artist. I think yung style niya, she likes floral.
Yeah. I don't know, but you know what? We need that nowadays. Diba? we need all that
We
floral
need
love.
color, we need life. So later on for Day Mix, Ila will be joining us. And for the hangout, we got Palanca Award-winning author Segundo Matias Jr. joining us today. So we'll be talking about his newest book, Mga Batang Poz 2.
Yes.
So we'll talk more about that later on. And also for Weather HQ.
Yeah, so for our HQ, we're going to have someone from CSL Philippines. They actually had a workshop for ocean protection. And considering yung climate natin recently, we're going to be more concerned about environmental protection. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yes.
And again, if you are watching us online or maybe even on TV, we did mention that we are on social media. Since we are, my partner is going to be live there, making sure that your comments don't go unnoticed.
I always check the comment section, so feel free to join us as early as now. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, BNCPHL. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send us your messages, your shout-outs, your questions for us or for our guests later on. And can I just say, December na! Hold on!
Lord. December na.
What? Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Diba? I
Yes.
just realized that like a few minutes after I sat here and someone said, oh, December, like, what? Wait a minute. I checked my phone, December 1, 2025.
Oh my goodness.
Happy December, guys.
It's just one of those things, no? But again,
Ang
happy
bilis ng
December.
panahon. It just flies. Sabi mo nga, nilalangaw.
Nilalangaw yung oras.
Yeah.
Time flies. All right, so let's figure out how things are on the road. That's normally where we take the show first. And take it away.
Let's check the situation in major thoroughfares at this hour, guys. First up, we take a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Pasay City. No problem yet as of this hour. Light traffic on that area. Opposite lane, same situation. On the right side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Light traffic there as well. Now, here is what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. Left side of your screens are vehicles heading to Quiapo. We're seeing moderate traffic on that lane. Moderate to heavy traffic, actually. On the right side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Quezon Memorial Circle. We got moderate traffic there as well. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It is a Monday. So vehicles with license plates ending in 1 and 2 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, here is our fuel price forecast for the week. December is set to open with a sharp drop. In diesel and kerosene prices, with diesel expected to go down by up to 3 pesos and 20 centavos per liter and kerosene by up to 3 pesos per liter. Gasoline, meanwhile, may rise up to 10 centavos per liter. Industry sources say the price drops come amid renewed hope for a Russia-Ukraine ceasefire, which could lift U.S. sanctions on Russian oil. And it's time to find out today's weather forecast from Paolo on Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
Thanks so much, Anne. Today we are tracking 3 weather systems that are currently affecting the country. Now, first off, we have the northeast monsoon or ang hanging amihan. Now, this is bringing cool and dry air to the northern part of the country, particularly over in northern Luzon. Secondly, the easterly winds are pushing warm and moist air towards central and southern Luzon, causing cloudy skies and scattered rain showers. Now, there's also the ITCZ or the Intertropical Convergence Zone affecting Visayas and Mindanao. Now, this is currently bringing scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to the affected areas. Now, let's start off first in northern Luzon. We mentioned a while ago, the amihan is keeping skies cloudy with light rains over Batanes, making for a cool and damp morning. As you can see here in Basco, 24 degrees Celsius being the low and 27 being the high. Let's go down a bit further south to central and southern Luzon. The easterlies are bringing moisture on the shore and leading to cloudy skies with scattered rains and possible thunderstorms. As you can see here, the lows being around 20 degrees Celsius over in Tagaytay as per usual, while the highs here, as you can take a look at Mindoro with 32 degrees Celsius and Infanta with 31. Of course, here Legazpi and Bicol, 32 degrees Celsius over here being the high. Now let's go to Palawan. Palawan, you can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and local thunderstorms as well. As you can see here, Coron a bit cloudy, El Nido having a bit of wet weather there as well. 30 degrees Celsius being the high, 32 degrees being in Coron. Now let's go to eastern Visayas, where the ITCZ will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. Moderate to heavy rain may cause flash floods or landslides, so make sure you do watch out for that. Now for the rest of the Visayas region, over here, you can see the skies will be partly cloudy to cloudy with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, let's go down south to Mindanao. Over in Caraga and the Davao region, the ITCZ will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. Heavy rain may cause flash floods or landslides, so once again, do watch out for that. Take a look at this. Marawi, General Santos, and as well as Davao and Zamboanga, all experiencing wet weather. But for the rest of Mindanao, you can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated showers and local thunderstorms as well. Now, for our sea conditions, let's take a look at what we have here. No gale warnings remain in effect. Seas will be light to moderate, making conditions more favorable, especially for small vessels. Now, that is it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now on to our top stories for this morning. Thousands of protesters took to the streets on Sunday as the trillion peso march movement pushed for government accountability amidst the multi-billion peso flood control scandal. According to the NCRPO, around 4,000 demonstrators gathered along White Plains Avenue near the People Power Monument, and 3,000 protesters congregated along Recto Avenue. While co-convener of Tindig Pilipinas Coalition, Kiko Aquino D, says their estimates are at 30 to 50,000 attendees for the day-long protest. While many protesters called for the ouster of President Marcos Jr. after his implication in the corruption scheme, CBCP President Cardinal Pablo Virgilio David rejected this resign all push, saying anger alone cannot chart the nation's direction. In terms of the safety of the rally, acting PNP Chief Jose Nartates Jr. said the trillion peso march was peaceful, citing the police's professionalism and the cooperation of the protesters. Sunday's demonstration is the latest from the trillion peso march movement, which first rose to prominence last September 21st. Now, following the lower turnout at yesterday's second wave of rallies compared to the September 21 protests, presidential spokesperson Undersecretary Claire Castro says the public is beginning to recognize the administration's efforts in its corruption crackdown. On BNC's agenda, Castro said the president is satisfied with the current pace of the investigations.
Kasi kung makikita po natin, ang sabi na ng Pangulo, yung pagpa-file po ng cases ay hindi lang po for office lang. Kailangan po talaga kompleto ang ebidensya kasi masasayang po lahat ang pagpapagod.
Castro added that while the president respects calls for his resignation, she warns of the consequences that may come with a change in leadership.
Pagka pinababa ang Pangulo, meron silang gustong luklok na tutunod, kumbaga in line of succession. At yun po ang mas nakakapangamba. Kung ang Pangulo po ay mawawala sa kanyang posisyon, maipagpapatuloy pa po ba itong klase ng pag-iimbestiga na ngayon? At baka naman po yung mga kaalyado ay makaligtas kung maiiba po ang literato.
So the turnout at yesterday's rally was not the number that they were expecting. I think they were aiming for 500,000 attendees in both the People Power Monument rally, the Trillion Peso March rally, and the one in Luneta, the Baha ng Luneta rally. But overall, I believe the PNP has released numbers and they weren't able to reach their target. But Kiko Aquino D, as I've mentioned earlier, he said that they weren't able to get the numbers that they were expecting, but they were able to get the vibe and the energy compared to the same energy that they had during the September 21st rally.
Yes, so there were around 87 activities throughout the country, this according to the PNP, and around 55,000, 56,000 people were those that is yung estimate ng galing sa PNP. And yes, while it is not the number that they wanted, it is still mass protest. And as you mentioned, si Kiko Aquino D did say that the vibe was there.
Yes.
And of course, they were actually trying to figure out, bakit nga konti? And they were saying that, kasi exam season na, yung mga estudyante hindi pwede lumabas because of that. And there were other
kasi,
factors.
Christmas na, so, people are busy, which was also said by some political analysts that kasi Pasko na, so busy na yung mga tao. And Yusek Claire Castro says that perhaps one of the reasons also is the public is seeing the progress in the way the government is handling these corruption cases. So nakikitang meron ng mga arrest warrants na lumalabas, meron ng there's movement. Mabagal but umuusad.
Well, you know what? It's so interesting because right now people are putting the government under the microscope, and some people are wondering whether or not yung mga government services maapekto ng mga rallies and protests. And actually that brings me to the next story, because Department of Social Welfare and Development Secretary Rex Gatchalian assures the public that government operations will continue despite the corruption issues, political instability, and widespread mass mobilization. In BNC special coverage of yesterday's protests, Cancel Corruption Now, the DSWD chief reiterated President Marcos Jr.'s directive to keep assisting the country's most vulnerable sectors.
Nagsimula kami mula nung bagyong Nando sa norte, makailan lang nagkaroon ng lindol, ilang bagyo, tuloy-tuloy yung responde ng DSWD, at yan ay alinsunod sa utos ng ating Pangulo na while there are investigations going on, kami sa DSWD, ang mandate niya sa amin, keep your eyes on your mandate, make sure na yung mahihirap, vulnerable, yung marginalized natin mga kababayan, hindi na-apektuhan ng delivery ng services. Kaya up to this day, we're on our mark to hit 7 million Filipino families served by our assistance to crisis situation or in AIX program.
Now, this comes amid criticisms that the government has entered a state of paralysis, with operations allegedly slowing down due to the fears of which agency may be investigated next. Now, to reinforce transparency, Gatchalian highlighted the role of licensed social workers who lead the investigation and assessment of every case.
3 men posing as members of the media were apprehended by the police in Ermita, Manila yesterday. The men were caught wearing Kevlar helmets and vests with press markings. Their ID says they are part of the organization KS21 or Kilusang Setyembre a 21, allegedly a freelance media group backed by an unnamed NGO. 2 of the men are college students while the other is a college graduate. They are currently under investigation by the Manila Police District.
We're just a group of friends that decided that we want to do something for our community. Our advocacy, rather, is to give them education through creating documentaries, pub mats, as well as being on the ground and teaching them how to properly conduct themselves and express their sentiments against the widespread corruption going.
Now moving on, the Senate building catches fire on Sunday morning, but important documents are unaffected. Now this after a fire hit the third floor of the Senate building at 6 in the morning on Sunday. The fire was put out after an hour and is being investigated by the Bureau of Fire Protection and the Senate. Now, despite the incident, Senate President Tito Sotto assures important documents, including those of the Blue Ribbon Committee in relation to the flood control corruption scandal, remain unharmed and unaffected. And you know what, partner? This is
Ito na naman tayo
ito na naman tayo when there's a fire.
When there's smoke, there's fire. And there was a fire.
Yes.
Parang remember all the reactions that the netizens expressed nung nagkaroon ng sunog sa DPWH office in Quezon City?
Yes.
Diba?
It was allegedly that fire in particular was a research division that did not have any documents
Kaya lang,
pertaining
you
to
can't help but think, diba? Na parang very timely naman tong mga fire na nangyayari, di ba? And then the Senate, of course, the Blue Ribbon Committee hearing happens there, so they have all these documents. But Senator Tito Sotto assured naman na the documents are safe.
Yes.
Yes.
They are safe, and of course, let's see how this would affect yung timeline. Of course, and people are going to look at this with a raised eyebrow yet again, di ba? Kasi sabi mo nga, when there's smoke, there's fire. Literal, may fire talaga this time around. And let's see how that develops moving forward.
Now, in world news, Pope Leo XIV speaks out in support of a Palestinian state. During a press conference while en route to Lebanon, the pontiff said that the Holy See supports the creation of a Palestinian state, saying that it is the only solution to the almost century-long conflict between Israel and the Palestinian people. Pope Leo added that he has spoken with President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey, who also supports the proposal and who may play a vital role in mediating the peace talks.
Now, moving on to sports, the Petrogas Angels halts the Cinderella run of Zeus Coffee Thunderbells to claim their third PBL reinforced title. Now, the Angels outmatched the Thunderbells in 4 frames, 25-15, 28-26, 25-23, and 25-20 for the gold medal. Reinforcement Lindsay van der Weide notched a game-high of 23 points, while Brooke Van Sickle added 20 of her own. MJ Phillips and Myla Pablo also tallied double digits in scoring for the win. Phillips' performance saw her earn the finals MVP trophy, while Zeus Coffee's Anna De Beer took home the best foreign guest player nod, despite the loss. De Beer also led the charge for Zeus Coffee with Alexis Minor with a combined 34 points. In the battle for bronze, Alcari Chargers shocked the PLDT high-speed hitters in 5 sets.
Here we go with our first cup of tea this morning. Local celebrities took to the streets yesterday to join the Trillion Peso March protest movement, with thousands of Filipinos joining the second wave of the major anti-corruption movement. We saw some familiar faces in the crowd. At the head of a group was former Miss Universe Catriona Gray, who urged authorities to suspend implicated senators and push for the anti-political dynasty bill. Other personalities on the ground were Kaki Pangilinan and her father, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, singer Maris Racal, holding a sign that said no to Dynasty of Thieves, and musicians Ben and Ben were sighted at the People Power Monument. Did I say singer Maris Racal? Actress Maris Racal. There you go.
Yes.
And a lot of celebrities were cited there. Not as many as nung September 21, but aside from Maris Racal, Pinky Amador was also there, Carmi Martin, other celebrities, and makikita mo talaga everybody's united in this call, in this cry for transparency and accountability from the government.
And you know, we always talk about that, yung mga celebrities using their platform to really speak out for what they believe in. And these celebrities doing just that. And of course, I'm sure they have some influence also for those who are not siguro as politically active, diba? And could encourage them to have a louder voice as well.
And makikita
there
mo
you go.
talaga na their fans watch out for
Tama
their
yan.
messages, diba? Whether they attend the rally or they post on their social media accounts, the fans are always waiting for a reaction from their favorite celebrities.
Yes.
Now, for our next cup of tea, this is hot. Hot tea. Aside from being the world's sexiest man alive, Jonathan Bailey is also Hollywood's highest grossing star of the year. Known most recently for his roles in Jurassic World Rebirth and Wicked for Good, both box office hits total over $1 billion globally. Woo! Congratulations, Jonathan Bailey, highest grossing star of the year. Ang dami niyang nakuhang money from Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah. I mean, that surprised me actually.
Same. Same with me.
Oh,
But I
oh.
actually enjoyed Jurassic World. Were you
did.
able to see it?
No, I wasn't. But you know what? It's
Ang
good.
dami na kasing Jurassic movies,
Yeah.
right? And of course, nothing beats the original. But this one was,
Yeah, yun
Jeff
din, diba?
Goldblum, you know, Jeff Goldblum needs to be there. But dito sa
course.
new movie, Jonathan Bailey, Scarlett Johansson, was Jack Black there?
I don't know if he
I'm
was
not
in the
sure,
latest one.
but there. So it got a lot of money during its release, and of course, Wicked for Good. Hindi pa tapos.
Hindi pa tapos,
right? Yeah.
So let's see how high that number gets because I'm really genuinely surprised that it was Jonathan Bailey who has this nod, diba? But you know, it's a good thing for his fans especially, and let's see how next year will deal for
We'll
him,
see.
right?
Yeah,
Of course, that's gonna be so
he's not just
interesting.
sexy; he's got a lot of money too. Now, up next, guys. Para pinagdudahan mo si Jonathan Bailey. Today, December 1st, is World AIDS Day. And here to talk about his story with a powerful message on that topic is Palanca Award-winning author Segundo Matias Jr., who just launched his new book, Mga Batang Poz to Stigma. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back to Beautiful Day. December 1st is World AIDS Day, spreading awareness and honoring those who have lost their lives to the deadly disease. And one Palanca Award-winning author spreads a powerful message with his novels Mga Batang Poz and Mga Batang Poz to Stigma of how 4 teenagers cope with their diagnosis. Here to tell us all about that is award-winning author Segundo Matias Jr. on our Hangout. Welcome to the show, Sir June. Beautiful day to you.
Maraming salamat sa pag-imbita.
Ako maraming salamat po for being here live. Alam ko po mahirap gumising ng maaga, lalo na ngayon, December, malamig. And as we've mentioned kanina, December 1st, that is World AIDS Day. And you have written 2 novels now, Mga Batang Poz, 1 and 2, about teenagers dealing with their diagnosis. Bakit po sa tingin nyo importante to write about this as an author?
It is very, very important. Years ago pa naman talagang ang dami. If you look at the data, magugulat ka from actually tumas ng 5%. So it's an epidemic. It's something na hindi pinag-uusapan masyado ng Pilipinas ng mga tao, but I think kailangan pag-usapan kasi from 40 plus, ngayon 60 plus a day recorded nagkakaroon ng HIV, and most of them are young adults. So it's something that we should not neglect. No? Like we have to talk about awareness, we have to talk on how to protect ourselves in in this virus because stigma talaga ang kalaban because it's not a death sentence. You can treat it actually, but you cannot cure it. The virus is still there. If you're taking meds, ARV, it can be undetectable later. So, ayun, because of the stigma. That's why the book 2 is entitled Stigma. The one is Mga Batang Poz 1. Batang Poz 2, which is Stigma ng title. It talks about how they would face the stigma.
Okay.
So, ang book 1 kasi is more of fears.
Yeah.
Takot. Nagkaroon ako ng HIV. Magpapakamatay na ako, sabi ng kabataan. So, how to handle it, mararamdaman sa book 2, yung facing the stigma.
Sir Jun, why did you start to write about yung topic na to? Like, may dahilan ba? Have you had someone that you actually based this story on?
It's something that I would say universe ang nagsabi. I didn't have the inkling of writing about HIV. I didn't know. Ako rin parang HIV. So, hindi ako mahawa. You know, I'm in my 30s, 40s during the time kasi I was taking my MA in UP and my advisor Eugene said, why don't you write about this? And then I said, nga no. But then again, hindi pa rin ako convinced. No, it is my thesis, yung book 1. When I saw the data, not only that, hindi pa tapos doon I went to DOH, when I went to health hubs, where I saw the pause, I saw them struggle. I saw a 12-year-old kid who has it, and then unti-unti nag-immerse ako. But I was not really interested. Nung nakita ko at nararamdaman mo yung nararamdaman nila during interviews, me as a writer, I said to myself, I have to write it.
So, na-touch ka when you were actually having conversations with them?
Yeah. Kasi the first one I interviewed in Starbucks near DOH. Yeah, kinuwento niya yung journey niya, yung how he handled it. The first thing that comes into mind is to commit suicide Yun kaagad Kasi paano niya sabihin? A 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, nagkaroon ng HIV. And how do you face it? Ako lang ang dapat na makaalam. Paano ang nanay ko? Paano ang friends ko? Paano yung mga kaibigan ko? Paano pag nalaman nila? Baka iiwasan ako. And hindi naman lahat ng Filipino o lahat ng tao aware on how they should handle an HIV positive friend.
Yes,
or a brother or sister.
Yeah.
So, it's something we have to talk about.
Yes.
I don't know the term, but it's something that we have to normalize. That it's happening. Na hindi basta-basta kapag may HIV ang katabi mo, na dikit ka lang, hinalikan ka lang, niyakap ka lang,
may mga misconceptions.
So may mga misconception.
Actually, Sir June, it brings me to the next point because Anne, we were talking about this a while ago na there's already a sequel. So that means yung unang libro, medyo successful rin in terms of raising awareness.
The first book, it told the story of these 4 teenagers na dealing with their diagnosis and yung challenges that came with it. Yung Poz 2, the second book, about stigma naman, is this a direct sequel, and how does it move the story and the message forward?
It is a direct sequel. If you read book 2, it is a direct sequel. That's why it's important to read book 1 also for you to understand book 2. But if you read book 2, it can stand alone.
Okay.
Baka hindi tayo matapos sa kwento. But
It's book. Okay. Sige lang, Sir June.
book 1 kasi, it started with 4 teenagers. During the defense, it's they were 4 teenagers. One of them is female, was female. So, And I took it out.
Okay.
Now you can find it in book 2. Kasi parang may guilt feeling ako, asan yung book 2 na nakilala ko na babae who is 15 years old and teenage pregnancy, etc. etc. Okay, anyway. During the defense, sabi, 90% more than 90% of the people dealing with HIV sa kabataan, are males. So, someone said, you're misleading the whole thing because most of them are males. So, tanggalin mo na yung babae character. So, I removed it. So, niretain ko yung 4. Lahat sila lalaki.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why pag may nagbabash sa akin, nakikita ko, but it's not all LGBT, ganyan. Bakit puro lalaki yung book 2? Now you can find it in book 2.
Yeah.
So, book 1 binalik
So, may girls sa book 2 na.
This is the answer to your question. I didn't answer the questions. I just ignored it. Okay?
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting din kasi napakabigat yung story na to, and we all know that. And don't worry, sir, this is not a thesis defense. When we look at the...
It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know you're
ready to defend
Alam ko
it,
ready ka.
actually. Okay.
Alam ko ready ka. But then, it's interesting because yung previous work mo actually involves children's books, fables, myths, other topics, and then may shift ka dito, which is still educational in so many ways, because if I'm not mistaken, yung unang libro nyo po, actually a lot of schools ordered it, right? So how does that tie up all together? Do you feel that as heavy as this topic is, it still falls under the realm of siguro educating a younger audience?
Well, I'm the type of person who kahit ano, basta for children, for everyone, okay sa akin. So even if it's this ganito katapang, from mga alamat, kwentong nanay to everyone, tapos biglang, the first time I wrote it, naisip ko yung sinabi mo.
Yeah.
Okay? So baka mamaya, sobrang bali ko naman from the sinasabi wholesome stories that I wrote. But then again, yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina when I went to DOH, when I interviewed a 12-year-old child, I'm still dealing with children. Nangyayari to eh. So, why not?
Yeah.
It is something that we have to talk about. Diba? That we should know. And that even children, 5 years old, 7 years old, should know how to deal with people with HIV. Kasi baka sabihin, pandidirihan, ganito, ganyan. So, kailangan at a young age, pag-uusapan pa rin, hindi dapat mahiya sa pagkainan na pag-usapan. Wala tayong magawa, it's there already. So, we have to tell them on how to protect. Meron tinatawag na child abuse, sexual abuse. So, paano na? They don't have weapons to deal with it, di ba? Hayaan mo ba ng ganun? Because you're not with your child 24 hours a day.
Yeah. And your words carry a lot of weight. As a Palanca Award-winning author, do you feel that this comes with a responsibility to advocate on issues in the society?
Yeah.
This book tells it all. Tell it all. So, parang, hanggang ngayon, yung mga nakakausap ko, I'm relaxed. I tried to normalize it. I wrote it. So pag sinasabi sa akin, I wrote about these words. I cannot tell you, baka mamaya tayo. I cannot tell you how passionate I am in telling on ano ngayon ang bago. There is PrEP. Na kailangan mong inumin. It's in book 2 na if you take it, hindi ka mahawa. You have ARV. Do you know that alam nyo ba na libreng magpa-test? If you go to DOH, if you go to hubs, alam nyo ba na libre ang gamot, no? But you cannot buy it in an ordinary drugstore. Maraming hindi nakakaalam eh.
Yeah.
And the first time that I went there, at nakita ko, wala pang pandemic to, yung nagpapatest, nakatakip ang mukha, naka-jacket, naka-face mask, lahat-lahat. That was shocking to me kasi nahiya sila magpa-test. Kaya yung book 1, maraming nagpapatest. Dumami daw nagpapatest, sabi sa akin ng counselor. Kasi they read the book. So, it's a strong one, you know. So tama yung sinasabi nilang literature can change the world. So that's why I have to write the book too. Buti na lang nagkaroon ng producer who did book 1 na nag-trending, ganyan. Kaya lang biglang nagkaroon ng pandemic eh. So, there was a lull na hindi yung napansin masyado yung advocacy because everyone was, you know, parang there's a war about COVID. So, mga ganyan. That's what, that prompted me to write the book too.
Yeah. But
Kasi kailangan.
You know, Sir June, sorry to interrupt you because you mentioned something really interesting na dumami yung mga nagpapatest and referred to your book as one of the reasons why. Do you feel na yan talaga yung, siguro yung intended effect or nagulat ka ba that it actually became a resource for people to lose yung stigma na yon and actually find the courage to go out and get tested and treat themselves?
Nagulat ako sa nadagdagan yung nagpa-test when when they read the book. Maybe because when I was writing it, wala akong pakialam.
Okay.
I said the terms. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Hindi.
Well, siguro remember PG po
See?
tayo.
So,
PG
alam nyo na, when do you how do you infect? Okay?
Yeah.
I cannot sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
I cannot say
Right, yeah.
pumasok yung ganito
Yeah,
sa
yeah,
likod.
yeah.
I cannot say na nagkakaroon ka don't worry, hindi ako
safe siya.
I cannot don't worry, I don't say it. Baka maano kayo. I cannot say yung liquid daw pag pumasok ang likidong ganito. Why will I say? There are lots of liquid things, you know. Kailangan ko sabihin yung term.
So you were straight up.
Of course.
I have to do it kasi habang sinusulat ko, paano niya malalaman kung paano. In book 2, nandun directly drugs.
Yes.
In book 2. In book 1, no mention about na pwede kang mahawa sa drugs.
So nag-explore ka pa of different ways,
Yes.
right? So nag-expand ka pa.
Yeah, nag-expand ako in such a way. In book 2, the one that I encountered a teenage girl who had it. He got it from, you know, drugs. So sa book 2, siya yung nagkukwento siya yung thread. So habang dumadalo yung book 2, the 4 of the previous characters in book 1, kinukwento niya yung sarili niya. That's how I did the device of melody na teenage pregnancy rin na topic. That's also another one. Ang daming teenage pregnancies. And ayun. So nandito na siya. Melody is there already. The girl.
Sir June, we're running out of time, but you know, if you could speak directly to our viewers this morning, what's your message to the youth, especially those who might be closeted or afraid, currently dealing with HIV? If you could have, one message for them before we go.
Oh, a lot. Let's live normally. Hindi ibig sabihin that HIV is already the end of the world. It's not a death sentence. It's just the stigma that's killing you. Or us. As I've said, may libreng gamot, etc. You have to be aware and sa tahanan natin, pag-usapan natin openly. Pag hindi mo ginawa yon and yung pagiging conservative natin, if you don't talk about to your children, huwag mong pag-usapan, huwag mong basahin yan, don't do that. Huwag kang bumili ng sa mga convenience store. Can I say it?
Yeah, no, I mean like basically be safe, right?
Yung safety measures na ganyan, kailangan dala-dala mo lagi yun. The PrEP, educate yourself.
Yes.
On how to protect yourself. Otherwise, 500%, umakyat tayong bigla, lalo na yung mga kabataan. I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
Diba? So, pag wala kang sandata on how to protect yourself, it's hard.
Yeah. It's hard to avoid.
You may not have a life. You know. That's my message. Aside from reading the book.
Of course.
In the book, nandun na yung medicines. Sinabi ko na libre. Sinabi ko na may PrEP. Sinabi ko na kung kung paano talaga mag-ingat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sir
through the
June,
source.
we're
Anyway.
excited. We're excited for this to also become a hit. Yung second book, no, the first one was a good success. And for those who are interested in purchasing it, where can they do so?
It's at online bookstores. It's there. As much as possible, gusto namin talagang maging accessible to everyone. Actually, schools are ordering when they people from, let's say, as far as Palawan, nakikita ko nagpo-post when they read book 1, pinipitch ko. It's important because we have to advocate health.
Right.
Diba? It's health. So,
Yes. Sir June, we have to wrap things up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Wish
yeah.
we could speak a bit longer.
And I know we're talking about a heavy topic, but
Yeah.
we want to end on a light note with this usual question that we always ask our guests before ending the interview. Our show is called Beautiful Day. So, Sir June, what makes your day beautiful?
It's always beautiful. Pag nakikita ko yung mga anak mo, it's beautiful. It's wala akong hinahanap eh. Kasi kumbaga pag nagiging mapaghanap ka, nagkakaproblema ka lang, di ba? So kung anong nandyan, it's beautiful. Pinagyayaman ko kung anong nandyan. So kasi pag naghahanap ka, that's when the problem begins.
Nanonood ba yung mga anak mo today?
Oh, hello, mga anak, I love you. Maliliit pa na sila.
Okay,
I love you.
okay.
And it's for everything I do, this book, it's for them.
Okay.
My family
That's
and my
beautiful.
partner, Richard.
That's the positive end that we wanted
Yeah,
today. Maraming
exactly.
salamat,
Thank
sir.
you so
Really
much
appreciate you.
for joining us today, Palanca Award-winning author Segundo Matias Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Sir June.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir June. Now, when we return, I'll speak with Edwina Garcha-Torena, the country director of ZSL Philippines, to talk about the future of ocean protection and the Philippine Rice Conservation Initiative, and how countries in Asia are working together to secure 30% of the world's ocean by 2030.
Plus, we got our horoscope with Master Hans Kua. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. So watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, in Iloilo City, leaders and experts from 7 Asian nations gathered for the Asia Regional Large-Scale Marine Protected Area Workshop led by ZSL Philippines with the Blue Nature Alliance and Big Ocean. Here, government officials, scientists, community groups, and NGOs joined forces to face urgent threats: climate change, illegal fishing, habitat loss, and the growing need to protect our seas. Now, at the heart of these efforts is the Philippines, with ZSL driving science-based community-led conservation, including the proposed 150,000 square kilometer Philippine Rice Ocean Conservation Area. Now today, we speak with Edwina Garcha-Torena, the country director of ZSL Philippines, as she shares the insights on the future of ocean protection, regional collaboration, and the bold steps towards the global 30 by 30 target. Magandang umaga, Ms. Edwina. Welcome to Beautiful Day.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for inviting me.
No worries. All right, so let's start off first with yung hosting na to. This regional workshop hosted in the Philippines. What does that actually mean, one, for yung mga efforts po natin, especially knowing that it is an international effort and that we are working to protect 30% of the oceans by 2030, which does seem like a big goal, Ms. Edwina.
So, with a very small portion of the world's oceans being conserved and protected today, the effort is really to create more networks where we can share information and approaches to protect and conserve our natural heritage, which is also very, very important to food security. So it also in relation to the blue economy movement across the world, there's really a need to not only utilize the ocean resources, but also conserve these very precious and very productive resources as well.
Let's talk about yung mga protected areas here. And right now, there are a significant number of small marine protected areas, but then there's also a call for more large-scale protected areas. And I think it's safe to say, the bigger the better, but at the same time, it would also be a bit strenuous in terms of resources, in terms of what needs to be protected. Let's talk a bit about that, because does having a bigger protected area automatically mean that it will help our oceans and the people who defend them on a more widespread basis?
Well, that's also where science comes in. We need to know what we're protecting and why. There are parts of the ocean that are significantly productive and that contribute to our global biodiversity and food security. So, yes, bigger is better. And also, we need to bring more science and understanding in to define the areas that are very productive, that are very unique, and that are highly biodiverse, so that these can be conserved. And part of the work that we're doing is to share information about these areas so that we can protect them better.
It's really interesting because it feels like the right areas also have to be chosen when it comes to yung conservation efforts po natin. When we look at the issues that you do face when it comes to protecting especially large areas of the ocean, we have to talk about climate change, we have to talk about illegal fishing, and of course yung weak enforcement ng mga regulations natin both at the local and of course the international level. When you take a look at all of these challenges, just what can organizations like yours and of course having regional workshops like this do to help address those issues and make it less of a problem in the hopes of marine conservation?
So what we do know is that there are shared areas and shared stocks or shared fish species that we all fish in this region. And understanding those better, understanding how we use them, and understanding how they contribute to the economy is part of this journey of this learning that we're trying to promote these regional workshops. So only when we understand better through our community knowledge and science how these areas are used and how these resources are used can we begin to protect them better and also define the ways that we can protect them, whether it's through enforcement, education, or NGO and community action.
Well, this also entails, given what you're mentioning, especially when it comes to the knowledge and of course yung economics, that you do involve yung mga coastal communities, especially those which are directly adjacent to these protected ocean areas. Is that right?
Absolutely. We know that communities actually have a better understanding of the fisheries resources that they interact with every day. And a lot of what we're trying to do is to understand how communities use these resources so that we can support them, but also support conservation. So without community engagement and involvement, conservation cannot happen.
Yeah. We talk about the communities, but then a main thrust of your workshop ninyo was stronger policy making, or at least governments trying to speed up the creation of larger scale marine protected areas. When you take a look at the role of government, I know NGOs are trying to do their part, but then just how much weight does government action actually have when it comes to this protection effort?
Well, in the end, of course, the government has to work with communities and NGOs in order to conserve these areas. We can't, no one agency or organization can do it alone. And we're very fortunate with the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, which has formed multi-stakeholder and multi-sectoral management groups that help them to conserve these fisheries resources and marine biodiversity. So the fishery management bodies or boards, which are composed of municipal, local chief executives, fishers, youth, and NGOs, as well as scientists, really work together to understand our areas better and to figure out how to protect them better.
Yes. You know, we talk about the blue economy, we talk about the protections, and of course, having larger protected areas. I referenced it a while ago, the resources required to actually maintain all of this. When we talk about ocean protection, of course, there is a need for stable funding. Now, when we take a look at what can be done or what options are there any options that your workshop has identified on how we can actually sustain financially these large-scale MPAs should they actually happen?
So what we understand as well, okay, is that the government also does not have sufficient resources to protect the Philippine oceans. And in this past year or two, the peace development assistance is also shrinking. So we're relying as well on philanthropic donors and the private sector to come in and help us find those sustainable finance solutions that we can consolidate for long-term support of our oceans. What I'm saying is that we can't rely on government for all the funding, but we can actually bring our private sector and philanthropy in and establish longer-term
Solutions.
works and solutions.
Perfect. Ms. Edwina, I wish we had more time, but unfortunately, that's all we have. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, especially from that workshop. And hopefully, we can have you again soon to talk more about ocean conservation. She is the Country Director of ZSL Philippines, Ms. Edwina Garchi Torena. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Happy Monday, December 1! Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, masaya ang buwan, magandang panahon para mag-banding. Iwas tayo sa mga selos! Red at 3. Kay Ox naman tayo iwasan ang holiday na mga sale ng mga temptation. Green at 6. Kay Tiger naman tayo stable na ang trabaho, bantayan ang mga deadline. Gold at 9. Kay Rabbit naman tayo ingatan ang tummy, tiyan, iwasan ang sobrang pagkain sa mga handaan. Silver at 2. Sa mga Dragon naman magkakaroon ka ng clarity sa paparating na 2026 na mga plano. Blue at 8. Kay Snake naman tayo, ingat tayo, maraming online scam. Yellow at 5. Ito naman, Care of the Horsey, romantic energy. Maganda magplano ng holiday trip. White at 7. Kay Ship naman tayo, mas piliin ang tubig kesa pag-inom ng mga soft drinks. purple at 1. Kay Monkey naman tayo masaya kasama ang family. Iwasan ang mga gulo, away, drama. Green at 4. Kay Rooster naman tayo posible nang makakuha ng recognition. Red at 2. Kay Doggy naman tayo, may good news mula kay Boss. Silver at 6. Kay Pig naman tayo, sweet ang pakikitungo. Iwasan ang init ng ulo. Gold at 9. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. And we are saying hi to Michelangelo Tew on YouTube. He says, "Good morning, Miss Anne, and Tito Paolo ang Tito ng Bayan."
Lord, thank you, but Lord.
Every day na lang you always have these titles. But thank you, Michelangelo Tew. It entertains us every day.
Yes, it does.
John Victor, as always, watching us on all our social media platforms, on Blast TV as well, on digital TV. Thank you so much, John Victor, and people joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. Our comment sections are still open if you guys want to send us questions our way for our last guest for today, BNCPHL on YouTube and on Facebook.
Now, of course, you love our next guest because up next, we have for Day Mix an award-winning artist, Ila. Now, about her music journey, we're going to be talking about that and more when Beautiful Day returns. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Beautiful Day. Meet the floral, ethereal queen your playlist didn't know it needed. Fresh off her win for Best Performance by a Solo Artist with Di Maipagkakaila, this rising star is making waves fast. Now we got Ila to perform her latest song, Sayaw, on Day Mix. Ila, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Beautiful Day, and that was absolutely beautiful. Please do join us. Welcome to the show, Ila.
Hello po.
Thank you so
Parang
much.
kailangan ganito tayo magsalita.
Sana naman hindi naman to ASMR.
So beautiful, napapasayaw kami.
Oh, no.
Ironically, sayaw yung title.
Yes.
Pero sayaw pala siya.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, congratulations. Best performance by a solo artist at the Awit Awards. So, how does it feel, Ila, to achieve such a recognition so early in your career?
Hanggang ngayon, di pa rin po ako makapaniwala. Kasi hindi ko siya inisip na makukuha ko agad. Or hindi ko inisip na makakakuha ako ever.
Na ma-achieve mo siya.
Opo, ng award. And sobrang thankful po ako kasi binigyan po ako ng platform ng management and ng label ko po, Poly East Records and Filtered Music, para i-share ko po yung mga art, yung mga likha na meron po ako sa mundo.
And can I just say, grabe yung artistry ng mga lyrics mo, yung sound mo.
Sound.
Kanina ka,
Diba?
pasway-sway nga kami dun eh. Para kami nga na to. You know, I feel like, ano ba yan?
Para akong tree branch,
Hindi,
swaying in the wind.
Feeling ko, ako yung mga nasa aquarium, yung mga
Yung ferns.
halaman, yung mga fern na gumaganon, diba?
True, ganyan.
Oo, like, I just want to talk about yung sound mo kasi napaka-unique siya, especially in the Philippine setting na ethereal nga yung tawag. Saan nanggagaling yung sound na yun?
Actually, nahanap ko lang po siya. Sa una, hindi ko po alam kung ano yung music na gagawin ko. And then, unti-unti po habang nagsusulat ako, na-discover ko po kung ano po ba yung sound ni Ila.
Okay.
Dahan-dahan po. Hanggang ngayon po, hindi pa rin po ako buo. Feeling ko po, unti-unti pa ako nag-evolve. Yun. So, ngayon po, nasa magical moment pa. Magical.
I like that.
So ito yung kanyang ethereal stage. And then as you go along, as you sway along, you're discovering more about yourself and about the sound na gusto mong gawin. Tama
Yes
ba?
po, yes po.
So pwede pa mag-evolve
Yes.
from this kind of ila to a different ila naman.
Yes.
Now, the song that you were singing kanina, Sayaw, yung lyrics niya, isasayaw ko na lang ang sarili sa aking kalungkutan, hawak-hawak ang binigay mong lantang bulaklak. So beautifully poetic. Ano yung, ano yung, yung emotions or experiences mo that spark these words? Are these your own personal experiences?
Who hurt
Uy,
you?
umuwi siya.
Who hurt you?
Sino nagbigay sa'yo ng lantang bulaklak?
Yung sayaw po kasi, yung song na yun, overthinking lang siya.
Oh, okay.
Ako po kasi, lagi po akong nakakatanggap ng fresh na flowers.
From?
My partner po. So parang naisip ko po, what if one day hindi na ako makatanggap ng fresh na flowers? Tapos, kinikip ko po kasi yung mga flowers na yun. So mananatili na lang silang lanta. Yan. And hindi po kasi ako nakaranas ng prom, tas yung sayaw po sa debut.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yes po. So parang naisip ko, yung next na pangyayari na pwede akong sumayaw sa kasal. Pero na-realize ko po habang sinusulat ko po yung kanta na di ko naman po kailangan ng dahilan, di ko po kailangan ng ganap para sumayaw. Kung kailan ko lang gusto, kahit mag-isa, kung malungkot ako, masaya ako, pwedeng sumayaw, ganun.
Napakalalim naman. And,
diba?
I was going to ask kung parang breakup siya o hindi. Pero no, you have a partner right now na musician rin.
Yes
diba?
po.
I mean, has collaborating with him actually been on the cards para sa'yo? Or is it something that, okay, ito yung lane mo, ito yung lane ko?
Feeling ko po, since close po yung music namin sa isa't isa, malaking chance po. Actually, lagi po kami nagko-collaborate sa songs namin, like personally.
Oh, that's nice.
Pero wala pa po kaming nare-release pa.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
sa future po.
Pero you have all these songs
May experience
together
na.
na.
Yeah.
Yes po.
Oh, I am so excited to hear that. Kasi
Nakaka-inlove
syempre
siguro.
yung ganong tono niya, how does your partner sound? Ganon din, parang ethereal, magical din, o not really?
Medyo mas
Contrasting?
folk po. Mas folk po yung sound.
Mas
Mas
folk.
folk.
Ay, bagay yun,
Pwede, pwede yan,
Yeah,
pwede.
magical, ethereal, and then
Yeah.
folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, si Ila, she's not just a magical singer.
Talaga?
She's also a registered medtech.
So,
magical.
From magic to scientific
singer
naman.
Yeah,
Oo.
registered medtech.
Importante yon yung science.
So do you plan to pursue that or focus ka muna right now sa music?
Siguro po sa future, pero ngayon po, yung mata ko nasa music pa.
Okay.
Na-practice ko naman din po siya and planning po ako i-practice din sa future since nag-enjoy din naman po ako mag-science pag may time.
From science to magic,
Science of
back
magic.
to science real quick.
Oo, it's either or, it's never in
Yeah,
between.
yes,
So,
yes.
okay, so far, 5 songs released so far. And alam ko, yung library mo is actually a lot bigger than that, for sure. What's next for you, though, in terms of yung progression mo bilang isang artist, considering that this is just the beginning so far?
Plano ko po mag-release pa ng songs, ng EP, ng album, hopefully, sa future, na makikita po yung progress ko as an artist and yung mga message na gusto ko pong i-share sa mundo.
Yung sound mo, no, very, very magical, parang hypnotic nga when you think about it, diba? Who are your music influences?
Si Aurora po, if familiar kayo, international artist po siya. And then, si Ichiko Aoba po, Japanese artist po.
I like yung smile mo when you said Aurora. Bakit siya in particular?
Bukod po kasi sa gumagawa siya ng music, yung music niya may purpose and may meaning po talaga. Na gusto niyang, feeling ko po kasi music niya world-changing.
So, yung sa'yo, you mentioned may purpose sa kanya. So, yung sa'yo, do you feel that may purpose rin?
Yes po. Yun po yung na-inspire po ako, na-motivate po ako kung paano yung approach niya sa music. Tapos parang gusto ko rin po na someday maging ganong klaseng musician din po ako.
Kanina you mentioned that, pwede pa mag-evolve from this sound, you're still discovering yourself. Meron bang particular genre ikaw na nakikitang yun naman ang gusto mong i-try next?
Siguro po alternative pop.
Alternative pop.
Really?
Oh, hindi rin malayo, no? From that sound, alternative
Yeah,
pop.
can be.
Yeah.
Oo.
Kasi kung mag-shift siya bigla from that to, let's say, R&B, hip-hop rap, medyo
Hindi ko kaya pa rin niya eh.
contrasting. Kaya mo pa rin, pero ang yung contrast niya. Pero ito parang smooth transition, no? From ethereal to alternative pop.
Oo.
Right?
Is there any local or foreign artists you want to collaborate with moving forward? Kasi
Siguro po si Aurora din.
Aurora
Yeah,
din,
oo.
oo.
Super fan po talaga ako. Super.
okay.
Super fan.
Then locally siguro.
Muni-muni po.
Muni-muni.
Folk band po.
Folk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ay, Makata po. Yung tawag po sa kanila.
Okay. So we're going to watch out for that hopefully kasi normally yung mga sinasabi natin dito.
Oo, nangyayari.
Oo, nangyayari. So yes, we're praying for that for you. Now,
This is a manifesting show.
yes, it is.
Aside from collaborations, any future projects or new songs coming out?
And when can people see you?
Yes po. Marami po akong hinahanda ngayon para po sa susunod na taon. Planning po ako gumawa ng isang EP.
EP, okay.
And then, patapos na po siya.
When can we expect it siguro? Anong quarter ng 2026?
Like first.
First quarter?
Wow,
Lapit
that's soon.
na.
Lapit na nun.
Kasi December na eh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap things up in just a bit. But then as we mentioned a while ago, you are an award-winning artist, especially after yung sa Awit Awards. How would you describe yung 2025 mo as we wrap up this year?
Full of surprises. Sobrang di ko po in-expect lahat ng nangyari ngayon.
Oo nga, sabi nga niya, she was not anticipating that win
Yeah, I know.
at all.
Nakita natin yung reaction video kanina eh. Oo.
At such an early stage in your career, but congratulations, girl. That
Thank
is
you
really
po.
so magical. And before we let you go, we always ask this last question to our guests. Our show is called Beautiful Day. So, Ila, what makes your day beautiful?
At least doing something, kahit isa lang na gusto ko and mahal kong gawin. Yan po.
Oh, that's
Ganda
nice.
nun.
Oo,
Yeah.
parang kanta lang niya, no? Maganda.
Oh,
Oo.
maganda. Thank you for joining us,
Thank you.
singer-songwriter Ila. Minamatch namin yung vibe mo eh. Oh, diba? Happy December.
In an aquarium. Alright, so happy December. At alam mo ba, Ann, na malapit na yung Pasko.
Ayokong alamin.
In fact, we
Ayaw.
have how many beautiful days till Christmas? Let's zoom out and show everyone that we have 24!
Oh,
24 beautiful days! Oh my goodness, ang lapit-lapit na. And of course, we encourage everyone to please send us gifts. Okay?
Kala ko budget insertions eh. We always
Pwede rin.
announce that.
That's a gift, of course. But thank you, Ila, so much for joining us here today. It was such a pleasure having you and listening to you. And hopefully, we can have you again soon with more success. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much po for having me. Thank you.
And that is a wrap on our show this Monday, December the 1st. Thank you so much for joining us. Ako po si Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day!